GMGers and GMGettes, are you ready?
Countdown, 60 seconds to get ready for the Good Morning Gang morning show. It's time to get ready. Get your coffee, tea, trees, or whatever need be. Then put on your seatbelt. We're going on a journey. We'll discuss trending topics, music and breaking news to help get your morning right. Big Phil speaks, giving you his one-of-a-kind point of view. It's the GMG, and we're family. So as we count down to the start of the show, prepare for the unexpectedly. If you know, you know. Tell 1 to 7 of your friends to come in. Share your love for the show. We're about to begin. The GMG countdown.
Yeah, it's time to wake yourself up. It's the Good Morning Gang morning show. You feel me?
Good morning to you.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them, Ken and all, come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks to come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps,
Do 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 a dooby dooby doo 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 do do do. Good morning, gang. Good morning to ye. It's your boy Big Phil Speaks, and this is the Good Morning Gang morning show, huh? Brought to you by myself. Yeah, baby. And that good GMG. Listen, episode 321 of them things. The vision made plain, huh? Some will get it, others won't when it comes to your purpose. And it's all good in the neighborhood. Either way, it's all good in the let me get back to this right here. Before before I go into the roll call, do your boy a favor and come listen. Here's the warning. Warning.
Warning, warning, warning. Federal law, Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107 allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted material under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. Fair use allows for the quoting of copyrighted material in the creation of a new work for purposes included but not limited to criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. Fair use preserves the free flow of culture, baby. That part. Creation of a is included but not limited to criticism, comment.
We back at it like a crackhead with a crack habit. Close this out. Boom. Microphone check. Microphone check. 1, 2, what is this? Big Phil here for some roughneck business. Making sure we good, making sure we good. Good gracious alive, boy. I tell you, the enemy all good. Do, 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 do. My audio is better. The visuals is just not visual. It's all good. Listen, before I do the roll call, just so y'all know, I put a support ticket in. They've been trying to work with me on what's going on because I take it is in between the software and the streaming software and the internet or whatever. And I've put in help desk tickets with both of them, and this too shall pass. This too shall pass. We gonna get past this. We definitely gonna get past this. I see the jokes. I see the comments. Aha. Have at it. But this too shall pass. Laugh now, cry later. You feel me? Good morning, Polo Dolo, riding solo from that Kansas City way. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby. Peep scheme, Wagwan. Don LG in the place to be, GMG. Mumbo Sauce. Frank Murphy, my uptown homie in the building. Game Fanatic was goody like the mob. Big Mac. Yes, indeed. Big Mac 357, or in this case, Mac 914 is in the building, GMG, huh? What's goody like the mob? Lady Cosanita is in the building. Young Dreads, you heard what I said. He's in the building, GMG, huh? Who else we got in here? Nah, we not doing it. That's fine. It's going to be all good. It's going to be all good. Peep Scheme, Wagwan Brethren, Connie Baptiste. What's goody like the mob, huh? What's goody like the mob? Sexy Sugar Mama is in the building. What's goody like the mob? Listen, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Ooh, baby. It's gonna get better. Everything is gonna be all right. I'm not worried about it, so y'all don't worry about it, huh? The show must go on, the show must go on, huh? The show must go on. To those watching or tuning in or tapping in from over on IG side, Big Max, Passy Irish, Alpha Love, TJ Small, Elijah Easy, uh, uh, Chalk 7191, Nicest Figgity, Maritza Martinez. I see y'all. Was goody, huh? Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have us a wonderful morning. It's like I said, it's episode 321, The Vision Made Plain. The Vision Made Plain. Sometimes when you're off or you recognize your purpose and you decide to walk into and do things that facilitate that, some will get it, others won't. Hear that again. Some will get it, others won't. Some will scoff at you for wanting to do you. Some gonna laugh at it for you wanting to do you, or should I say, pursuing your purpose. And then there will be those that definitely get it and see the vision, huh? But either way, no matter if they see it or don't see it, it's up to the individual to walk forward in their purpose. And part of my purpose is doing this, the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, and get not only the laughter out there, not only breaking news, trending news, and entertainment and the such, but to also inspire, to motivate, to inform, to educate, and of course, entertain or whatever the case may be. Wait till you get to 1,000 episodes. That part, Mac, that part. But what I've noticed along this journey is that people box you in. People want you to stay where they got you at, or stay where they want you at, or stay where they think of you at, or keep you doing what they want to do, or what entertains them, or in the moment, what they want to hear in the moment, or what they want to see in the moment. And sometimes that's cool. Sometimes it's goody like the mob, but in other times it's not conducive, one, to the growth, two, to your purpose. Thank you, Polo Dolo. I appreciate you for the super chat. Salute. I appreciate that. Sometimes it's not conducive to your overall how can I put it? The growth of or the maturation of you as a person, you as a brand, you as your channel, or definitely most importantly, you as in your purpose, or whatever the case may be. So sometimes you as a content creator, you keep those things in mind. Sometimes you keep those things in mind, and sometimes you have to continue to move forward in what it is that you have to do in order to, one, grow your brand, and two, to make sure that things are thriving, three, that you live out the purpose that has been placed before you and within you. Hopefully you all can hear me well. Please, Phil, don't worry, because oh, Peep Scheme, this ain't no personal shot. It ain't no personal shot, because I heard it in a couple jokes too. I heard it in a couple jokes or whatever. Sometimes, and hold on, I'm gonna get to this whole part later. I'm gonna get to all this later. I'm actually talking about it just a little bit because of the fact that I'm trying to make sure the audio and what little of the video is doing what it need to do, or whatever the case may be, so we can have at it this morning. But anyway, moving on with the move on. 20 bandana, whoop. As I carry forth, as I move forward, make sure y'all share this live or share this lituation. There's a technical difficulty on the X side, so people won't be tapping in from X this morning or whatever. So get it out if you would, to people that would normally be on X or whatever the case may be, that might want to come on in. I shared it in my GMG group on IG or whatever. So whoever comes in, comes in. If they don't, we still having at it. You feel me? Where do I want to start, though? Hold on. I know what I need to do. What I need to do is I need to attach this real quick, because we going to have at it today, Jack. Do, 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 do. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Boom. Okay. All right, I just needed to do that. Now I can move forward. This first clip, this first clip, I got a funny story to tell after this clip of my cousin, my closest cousin to me that was like my brother that passed on some shit this nigga did. I mean, this dude did. I'm sorry. But it's in relation to this video. I don't know what the hell was this lady thinking. I don't know what possessed her to try it, to do it, to feel like it was A-OK, to feel like, yeah, let me do this for the sake of content and or clout. She almost effed around and really found out. Y'all check this out, would you? Damn it, Jim. Damn it. Listen, I don't know what to figure. I'm going to play that one more again. I got to play that one more again. You hear me? How many of y'all know somebody silly enough, stupid enough, ridiculous enough to try that Bama shiggity that lady just did? How many of y'all? Listen, I happen to I was over my cousin's house. This was some years ago, right? And he had just got a new stun gun. Had a new stun gun. He took after me when it came to gadgets, weaponry, and things of that nature, whatever the case may be. And I guess he wanted to show me he had a new stun gun, but he got to playing around with the stun gun. And then on the coffee table, he had this big old Bowie knife. He had this big old Bowie knife. For those that know what Bowie knives look like, they be in the sheaths to cover him, but when he pulled it out, it's long, right? It's paused. It's almost as big as a machete or whatever the case may be. But it has a handle made up of two wooden plates, basically, with the metal going all the way through the middle. You can see the metal all the way through to the bottom or whatever the case may be. I don't know what possessed my cousin by my ass in the moment. But he took and he was holding the Bowie knife. And he took and put the I wish I was recording, but he took the stun gun and put it up against the blade of the knife and activated it. And you should to see him get to shaking and sliding down the sofa. Oh man, I couldn't help myself. I laughed to the point I almost pissed on myself. We was drinking and all that. I said, damn mad. If I would have recorded that would have been uber viral then and now. Shout out to my cousin, R.I.P. Continue to R.I.P. Steve Weave, as I used to call him, and some called him Debo. Listen, hey, I don't know what possessed him that day to do that. He was like, let me see what this gonna do. I think he was thinking that it would have just arced against the metal and that was gonna be it. But he didn't take into account that the metal conducts electricity, and it went right down through that whole situation, right up into him. Pause. No diddy. Of course, I made sure he was good. Sure, I made sure he was fine. Sure, I made sure he was all right. Sure, I did. However, I laughed like no other. I think I lost about 10 pounds that day laughing at his ass. And he had this, he laughed, but he had this goofy, bewildered look at first on his face. I remember it to this day vividly. You hear me? I said, yeah, I bet you your baby ass won't do that again, huh? He said, nah, I ain't mean to do that. I was like, sure you did. Sure you did. What else did you think was going to happen, partner? What else did you feel like was going to happen by putting the damn stun gun to metal? He was like, man, I wasn't even thinking. I ain't think that it would go through it. I ain't think that it would go through it. I'm like, boy. Well, if you don't know, now you know. It sounds like you looking at it as though it just happened yesterday. Yeah, hey, Dreads, I can picture it like it happened just yesterday because it's just that vivid. You would have to be there to see it. Just imagine somebody you hella close to and y'all sitting chilling, talking bullshit, sipping on a little libation. Ain't nobody drunk or lit really at the moment. But out of the blue and TV's on, I don't know, I can't remember if it was a game or something was on. And out of the blue, he just picks up the blade, takes it out the sheath, and then picks up the stun gun after showing it to me and put it up to the metal and just activate the joint. And as soon as it goes, he get the jumping and then he get the jumping and shaking and sliding down the sofa. Man, hell yeah, that shit reminds me of as if it just happened yesterday. I'm like, damn it. Listen, shout out to Steve, though. Miss him immensely, or whatever the case may be. One of my closest family members, if not my closest family member, besides my mama and my babies. You hear me? Yes, indeed. But yeah, it was definitely a funny situation. And if you know somebody like that in your family, please admonish them. Don't be foolish. Don't do it. Reconsider. Read some literature, why don't you, huh? Read some literature. This next video that I'm gonna play shortly. Hold on. Let me see if I hold up. Wait a minute. Do 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 do. Did I don't think I did. Let me say this, right? This next video, some people are bold. Some people are bold. And I get maybe the how can I say? Not the anger, but the frustration. I get this neighbor's frustration and issue with maybe what they're hearing and what's going on, and maybe the mother needs to get some padding down on the floor. She has an autistic child who, as far as when the child stems out, they bounce up and down. So it causes a lot of noise on the floor, to which the neighbor downstairs is banging on the ceiling at times or whatever. So I get the frustration, and mama, she needs to go ahead and get some padding on that floor under the bed and all the things or whatever the case may be. But the audacity of the neighbor, after saying what she wanted to say, or I guess getting it out, she to me, she did a little extra. Y'all can tell me if I'm tripping or not, but that mother's better than me, because I probably would have put, if that was a man and that was at my door, I probably would have put him on his ass. I'm just saying. I probably would have put him on his behind one time. Y'all want to know what I'm talking about? Check this out.
Get from in front of my door. Get from in front of my door. My baby's 3 years old. He's autistic. If you have a problem with it, report to. We already went to the office about this. We went to the office about this already. If you have a problem, call the cops or report it to the office. You keep hold this, record this. If you keep walking up, get from in front of my door because you're too close. Your baby is too It doesn't matter. I pay my rent here just like everybody else. Get from in front of my door.
It does not make you a right
Get
to
from in
stomp.
He's 3, bitch. He's autistic. Get the fuck from in front of my door, like I said.
What?
Get from in front of my door.
What?
Get from in front of my door.
No, ma'am.
You waiting on me to hit you, and I'm not gonna do that.
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
My door.
Hey, I'm waiting for you to make your baby be quiet. I don't have to leave. You don't have to make your
Why
baby.
did you fuck did you come beat on
You
my door?
don't have to make your
Get
baby
from
be
in front of
quiet.
my
I don't
door.
have to leave.
Get from in front of
No.
my door.
No. Call the cops.
Get from in
Call
front
the
of my
cops.
door. You call the cops. You got the problem. I don't. I keep
Oh,
telling
well,
you.
I ain't got to go nowhere.
He's artistic and he's nonverbal.
And what? And what?
Girl, get from in
And
front of
what?
Get from in front of
No, you're disturbing my peace.
You are
So I'm disturbing yours. That's right.
Get from in front of my door.
No, ma'am.
Girl, get from in front of my door.
No.
Get from in front of my door, girl.
No.
Like, you came pounding on my door.
That's right.
We already had this conversation.
No, we have not had a
Yes,
conversation.
we
You and I have not had a conversation.
Because they wouldn't let us communicate at the office.
Well,
But
now we
you made your
communicate.
report. You came wrong, though. You
No,
came
no,
all the way.
no, you
Yes,
came
did.
wrong the first
When I
time.
came and knocked on your door the first time, you cussed me out and
I
said,
did not. You said you was going to beat my ass.
girl, so how you remember it?
How do I remember? Because I'm not retarded.
You look like you do drugs, though. You look
So what? You look like a fucking ugly fat whore.
Okay. Your teeth are gone. You look like a crack addict. You
Your teeth are gone.
You probably withdrawing. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I can't stand to be woken up on a Sunday afternoon by a retarded baby.
Oh.
Get from in front of my
No.
door. Ma'am.
Please. Call the cops.
That just would piss me off.
Get from in front of my door. Look at you, dirty as hell.
I'm not dirty.
Pants
These are
dirty.
painted pants.
You dirty.
These are painted
Get from in front of my
You're
door.
fat and ugly.
That's
And you're a
fine.
retarded
Get
baby.
from in front of
That kid, bitch.
Get from in front of my door.
Oh, man.
Get from in front of my door.
I know you do. Yes, you do.
Get from in front of my door.
She would have got punished.
Why you want to get involved?
That lady, she
You're
would've
like a
got
nice
punished.
It don't matter. That's his stepson. Get from in front of my door.
That's his stepson.
Get from in front of my door. Get from in front of my door. You look like a crackhead, though.
Mush was good. I see you there on IG.
Let me put some pants on, because I'm finna beat this bitch up.
Man, listen. That mama had a lot more patience than me. A lot more patience than me. Hillbilly gone wild. Yep, down go Karen. Down go Karen. Man, listen, she was more patient than me because soon she would have said, yeah, you a fat boop, 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 boop. But definitely would have got it what she said, and your child is, you know, or the other R word or whatever the case may be. I can't say it because we on YouTube and censorship. But yeah, as soon as she would have said, your child is bloop, 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 she would have slid down that wall right behind her. But hey, I just think that some people need to be mindful. It's hard to say. It's hard to tell somebody that they have to be patient, but I think people should be a little more patient. But then again, the mother of this story, she definitely should get some floor padding to put up under the bed and or on the floor in the baby's room, in the child's room, so that when the child stems out and gets to bouncing and shaking and whatnot, that it won't bother the neighbors downstairs. That would be the right thing to do, the proper thing to do, because unfortunately, I believe that it might cause problems in her lease. I'm not sure legally. I don't hold me to that. Whatever the case may be, she good. She let her go on and on. She wouldn't have been standing once she said something about my child. That's a fact, sexy sugar mama. That's a fact. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell would I have done that. You hear me? None, I tell you, none. Know if them live in an apartment, neighbors should expect noise. Just my thoughts. But loud knocking and banging could be a bit too much, Peep Scheme. Because what it is, the child being 3 years old, I'm not sure if she has them in a regular bed or what's going on. But the jumping and bouncing and all the things or whatever the case may be could cause like a heavy knocking sound on the ceiling of the person below. It's not a next door neighbor. It's not a neighbor upstairs, but it's the neighbor downstairs. Andrew Chin, welcome in. There's no way you can say the neighbor downstairs isn't technically wrong for being bothered by it, but she's maybe wrong for her delivery and or her presentation at the door. Might have been teamed too much, but it sounds like this has been an ongoing issue. And at some point, I think the mother must have went down there to talk to her, whatever the case may be. I'm not sure if the apartment complex sent her a notice or something, or whatever the case may be, or the mother upstairs might have heard the neighbor downstairs banging on the ceiling, like, could you cut that noise out? type of thing. We've been there before. I know I was back in the days where you had to bang on the ceiling to get the neighbor upstairs to cut it out or whatever the case may be. But if it's an ongoing thing, let me ask you all this, right? If it's an ongoing thing, how long does the neighbor have to endure, right? How long does the neighbor have to endure? But also, I want to pose the question, if you were that neighbor and you found out that the child was autistic and that was his way of stemming out, how would you handle it? How would you handle it? Would you have some empathy? Would you have some forbearance? Would you have some patience with the situation? Or would you like, man, hold up, you know what, enough is enough. I need to know. Being that it wasn't the first time and management knew about it, you don't know what provisions have been set. Kids run and jump all the time. That's what kids do. True. That's true, sexy sugar mama. That's true. If your neighbor, if you don't want neighbors and noise, buy a house. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact of mundo. I would definitely have empathy, sympathy, and patience. Yeah. I think I would too, unless it just got too outrageous. Then if it got too outrageous, the approach on it. The approach on it is my problem with this neighbor. However, what are you to do? You're in an apartment building, like Peep Scheme said. There's bound to be some noise. There's bound to be some issues. But who's to say? I hate when the neighbors bang on my door with small noise. Biatch, get away from my door. But just imagine, though, a game fanatic, you hear that thump, 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 ta 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 ta, like loud thumping, like super irritating. We ain't talking about music playing. We not talking about, you know what I'm saying, even an argument taking place. We talk about bumping, which could sound like somebody's dropping something on the floor over and over and over again. Like what is a person to do, right? So like I said, I kind of get the neighbor. I just think that her approach was out of line and could have got her pieced up right there in that hallway. Could have got her, KO'd right there in the hallway. But, it is what it is. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. Peepski said, buy a house, damn it, buy a house. Listen, for some folks, though, Peepski, that's easier said than done. Easier said than done. She did look like crackhead Karen. So she might not be able to afford no house nowhere. Allure for sure is in the building. Good morning to ye. Good morning. Yeah. So I think with certain circumstances and situations, the humane side should kick in and say, you know what? It's getting on my nerves, but I do know that her baby is 3 years old and he's nonverbal and he's autistic, man. 3 years old, nonverbal and autistic. Peepskin said they got programs. I do understand that right now. Charlie Hustle, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye. I understand perfectly. I understand perfectly fine that people are people. People pay their rent and they feel like, man, listen, I pay to be here. I pay my rent. I ain't pay my rent to hear no knocking and beating and tapping and all the things or whatever the case may be. But when you find out that your neighbor has a autistic child, what do you do? Now, if you are the apartment complex, do you do one of three things? If the mother lets you all know she has a nonverbal autistic child of 3 years old, do you opt to put her in a first floor apartment, or upon complaints by a neighbor or neighbors, do you sanction the mother of the autistic child? Or do you try to make provisions so that you could move that family to a first floor apartment at the first available opening? What say you all? What would you do? What would you do when you get caught with your, you know what I'm talking about. Forever Focus, Mush, Anderson P, Big Pause, Daddy MTJ, Finesse Rocks, Dirty Got Your Money, K-Mo the Virgo, you know where we at on the good YouTube. Come on over. Yes, indeed. What do you think the apartment complex should do? What do y'all think that the leasing agent or the leasing manager should do about the situation, huh? Do you feel as though the leasing manager should start proceedings to get the mother out of there? Or should the leasing agency try to find, or the apartment complex find some happy medium so that the mother and child are fine, or family? Because it seemed like I heard a male's voice too, so that family is fine, but at the same time, maybe put them in another apartment whereas it won't disturb the neighbors? What do y'all think, huh? Do 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 do. While people are thinking of that answer, do your boy a favor if you would, if you could, support the movement. I got some things coming up. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, you can do a super chat or a sticker or two, or you can provide some support to the movement by buying me a cup of coffee, or maybe 10 of them by the first QR code, or hitting the PayPal on the second one, or the Zelle on the third one, or you can Apple Pay at that email address right there, or you can Zelle through that email address as well. You feel me? But back to the conversation. Back to the conversation. I almost forgot where I was at. Creole Cupcake. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Anybody got plans for the 4th? Staying out the way, Game Fanatic. Staying the figgity out the way. You hear me? Listen, when I was younger, I was definitely in the mix a lot more. But it's a lot going on outside. A lot going on, and you don't know if somebody or some people or some nation want to try a little get back. Sometimes it's best to be out the MFing way. You hear me? Happy belated birthday to Creole Cupcakes. Happy belated birthday. She is now 25 years old, ladies and gentlemen. She is now 25. Moving on with the moving on, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on with the moving on. Where do I want to go from here? You know what? I guess I'll get it in with the. I know that's right, Phil. I'll probably be just staying in to listen. Sometimes that's the best way to be out the wiggity. You hear me? Hold on. While I'm talking, I thought I had oh, I did. I did change up. I thought I did. I know I wasn't going crazy. One second, y'all. Let me change this out, or whatever the case may be, just so I'm prepared. Got that one. Do 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 do. Let me go ahead and put that where it need to be put. Pause. No Diddy. This next story. This next story Trigger warning, trigger warning. You might need some Kleenex, a little bit of Kleenex. You might or you might not. I'll just say that. You might or might not. But trigger warning. Could you imagine? Ouch. Could you imagine spending 4 decades locked up for a crime you did not commit? A crime you did not commit, one, and for the type of crime that could either get you harmed or dealt with or something else more sinister while you're locked up or through your time of incarceration. Could you imagine being locked up for 4 decades, for 4 agonizing decades? Terry Talley woke up inside a Georgia prison cell for crimes he never committed in the late 1980s. A series of sexual assaults terrorized the local community, and investigators, desperate for answers, relied entirely on deeply flawed and unreliable witness identifications. With no physical evidence linking him to the crimes, Talley was handed a devastating life sentence, stripped of his youth, his freedom, and his voice. But Talley refused to let the prison walls define his destiny. He fought tirelessly from behind bars, maintaining his absolute innocence for nearly half a century. The turning point came when the Georgia Innocence Project stepped in, launching a fierce legal battle that finally secured crucial DNA testing. The results were undeniable. The DNA did not belong to Terry Talley. Even more shocking, the investigation uncovered critical evidence that had been hidden away for decades, evidence that could have cleared him from the very beginning. On his day of triumph in 2021, the courtroom doors swung open and Terry Talley walked out into the Georgia sun, a completely free man. His story is a heartbreaking reminder of the flaws within the justice system, but also a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the unbreakable pursuit of truth. What would you do if you lost 40 years of your life to a mistake? It's time to talk about it, huh? Listen, I got a video that goes along with his release. Again, this is a little bit of a tearjerker, just a little bit. Maybe not for you. Maybe not for you. Could you imagine? Could you, ladies and gentlemen, could you imagine, especially my fellas? Fellas, time to go, time to go, time to go. Good morning to you. Back in the days, charges was ruthless, yeah. K-Mo, good morning to ye. Sheesh, I know someone that just recently got released after serving 19 years for something he didn't do. Man, that part. Listen, and to be in jail, especially back in the days. Some people get dealt with now, but back in the days, R-word cases, sexual assault cases, especially child PORN and molestation cases got you dealt with in all kinds of wicked ways in jail. So just imagine that man being locked up for 40 years, 40 of them things for a crime he did not commit. He made the news everywhere. Just imagine, could you imagine that being your loved one? Could you imagine that being your father? Could you imagine that being your brother? Could you imagine that being your dad, your brother, your son, your cousin, your boo-boo bun thing, your spouse, a good homie from the neighborhood that you knew that wasn't his build or his makeup? And I do know in this day and age, you never could be too sure of people, but at the same time, could you imagine? Fellas, could you imagine as a man getting accused of some bullshiggery that 1 ain't your MO, 2 ain't your jacket, 3 ain't your makeup, 4, you could never have done it. And they put you in jail for a long ass time. And you trying to fight your way out every step of the way. And it took 40 years. If I was him, I don't know what he had to sign because some people are getting tricked out of their recompense in some of these cases where they get freed. If I was him, I would sue the state of Georgia for everything I could get and then some. I would sue their ass for punitive damages, for irrevocable harm, for pain and suffering, all the things, for the all the money he could have earned in 40 plus years, all the all the money he's not going to be able to make because he's coming home after all these years and probably feeling in a whole new world because time to move forward on that ass. Pause. No Diddy. Lady Costanita, I hope so. I hope he get paid out the yin and the yang. You hear me? After 40 years of being incarcerated for something you didn't do and the things he had to endure, that's disheartening. There's nothing they can do to rectify that. His life is forever messed up. True indeed, sexy sugar mamas. True indeed. True indeed. That looked to be maybe his daughter that was hugging him. That looked to maybe to be his daughter that was hugging him. I don't know. Or maybe he got a young boo-boo bun thing, but it looked like that could have been his mama. There's not enough payment they can give him to give back what he lost. That's a fact, but I'm going to make you pay like you weigh, sexy sugar mama. Listen, I'm talking about multiple M's. You hear me? I'm talking about at least 8 figures, at least 10 mil or so. Listen. He should get $1 million for every year his ass was locked up. He should get at least $1 million for every year he was locked up, tax-free, federally and state tax-free. You hear me? 40 of them big things. Pause. No Diddy. He should get 40 million or better for every year he was locked up. Every year he was locked up. Because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Sheesh. I couldn't imagine that one. And you maintaining your innocence. You don't know how some people carrying it on the inside with him or whatever the case may be. You don't know what he may have had to endure. And maybe he didn't have, maybe people didn't try to victimize him or take him out. Maybe they looked at his paperwork and said, nah, something ain't right here. And they let it be or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? But being locked up for 40 years, even if nobody bothered him, ain't where nobody wants to be. That within itself is a stressful situation. To wake up 40 years inside of a prison for some bullshiggery that you had no dealings or nothing to do with or whatever the case may be. And I don't know what type of witnesses they had in the case, what they said about the man, how they carried it, and all the things. But I'm glad he finally made it home to his loved ones. He probably lost so many family members over the years. But to the loved ones and family members that he had still around, I thank God that he was allowed to come home and clutch and hold on to and love on and see outside of those gates his loved ones. You feel me? There definitely needs to be prison reform. There definitely needs to be judicial reform. And there definitely needs to be law enforcement and police reform. It does. Plus, no matter where he goes and no matter what he does, people will still give him the side eye because everything on the outside is new to him. That's what I'm saying, sexy sugar mama. That's a fact. That's a fact. You hear me? That's why he needs at least 40 of them big things, huh? 40 of them big things. If you agree with me and say he should get 40 of them things or better, type 40 in the comments. Type 40 in the comments. If you think he should get a 40 mil ticket or better, put 40 of them things. Matter of fact, don't just put 40, put 40 of them things in the comment. I believe a witness guilt released him. No, the DNA evidence exonerated him, came over. The DNA evidence exonerated him. Plus, it was other evidence that the prosecution withheld or whatever, which probably could have been a witness. You could be right. Probably could have been a witness. 40 of them things. We stand in solidarity with Terry Talley that he gets 40 of them things. You hear me? Not big, not little 40, but the big one. You hear me? 40 of them things, man. Listen, whoever was the accuser should take his place, attorneys and all. Hey, sexy sugar mama. Now, that right there is profound. There should definitely be legislation where if people give purposely, not erroneously by accident or whatever the case may be, or circumstance, but who purposely put people in jail falsely, they should have to switch places with the person that was doing the time, and they should get the sentence that the person that they accused got. And if the prosecution is in collusion with that, they should be reprimanded. They should be locked up under contempt and given a rack of time. That's a factamundo. That's right, young Dre's 40 mil. Sexy Chicken Mama said 40 plus. Game Fanatic said 40 of them big things. Pause, no Diddy. 40 of them big thizzles. There's similar cases like this happening all over crazy. That's a fact. That's a fact. And one case is one case too many. You hear me? One case is one case too many. I know a guy that's a part of the EC3 who were wrongly convicted of a murder in East Cleveland that was overturned. They got paid some millions. 40 years is crazy though. He should get 40 million. Or better, Charlie Hustle, or better. You from Cleveland, Charlie Hustle? What's your last name, Charlie Hustle? You sure we ain't related, Charlie Hustle? My dad's side is really huge up there in Elyria, Lorraine, Oberlin, and some Cleveland areas. You know what I'm talking about? Like hella big. What did I do? Where did I put it at? Pause, no Diddy. Yeah, but I'm going to keep moving forward, but definitely there needs to be some legislation that changes up the practices of the judicial process, i.e. Carmelo Anthony, free him, and I'm going to say it till they free him, till the other way around, he's free. You feel me? I'm going to be covering more probably Wednesday on the Carmelo Anthony situation along with other things. But free him. But there needs to be judicial system overhaul. There needs to be prosecutorial overhaul. There needs to be law enforcement and police overhaul, or whatever the case may be. Speaking of which, this next case, this officer, Mr. Officer, gets This Bama Here Award of this episode. You hear me? The This Bama Here Award of the episode. Now, just imagine, ladies and gentlemen, just imagine you get locked up for whatever it may be. You get locked up for whatever it may be. Might have been a little warrant, might have been, I'm talking about you done did something, might have been some too many traffic tickets and they got to take your ass on in. Said, yep, Cleveland, the mistake by the lake. This Bama here did the unthinkable. Just imagine you sitting in the back of a police car and this scary ass, should have never had a badge ass individual gets the bucking off at you because of what? I'm going to say my response. This Bama here. Y'all check this out.
This Bama here.
Bruh. Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm hit! In the car! Through the car! I'm good. I feel weird, but I'm good. I'm good. I might have hit my vest. Stay inside your house. Stay inside your house.
Stay inside your house. You should have stayed in the house, Bama.
It might have hit my vest. I don't know. I'm not. I don't know. It felt like it.
It felt like it.
Jesse, move over to me. I got you. Move over to me. Jesse, come back. Jesse, come back. Marky, right there. Dude, my hit. Get further back.
We have an obligation to our staff to try and train them the best we can so that they can go home unharmed to their families. But we have just as equally and just as important of an obligation to our public, even if they're being investigated for a felony crime.
Listen. So much to unpack there. All this, no. Luckily, the dude in the car got the ducking down when the shot started when the shot started being let off. He was able to duck down in the car and was not struck by the bullets. But again, whatever he was charged for, if it wasn't serious, probably got thrown out. And again, he's probably going to have a hell of a damn payday. Allegedly, the police officer resigned as it was being investigated. His co-workers probably say, hey, Slim, you need to go on and back out, Slim, because that's your ass, Mr. Postman. But it goes to show you that there needs to be more police training. All from an acorn dropping and hitting something. I don't know if it hit a car. I don't know if it hit the side of the siding of the damn apartment building. A damn acorn. And then on top of it, the Bama said, oh, I'm hit. Oh, I think I'm hit. Hey, Slim, am I hit? Bama ass. And the cops just dumping off. Sweet baby Jesus, he doesn't know the difference between bullets hitting the car and the acorn hitting the roof. He could have hit the guy in the car or one of the kids in there. Yeah, he need to be locked up for reckless endangerment, attempted murder. All the things, attempted murder, reckless endangerment, masquerading as a police officer. It's not funny, but what the hell? Yeah, the situation's serious. Charlie Hustle, Slim in the back of the joint could have got unalived or whatever. He was letting off. He's they shooting. Blocker. Oh, I'm hit. I feel like I'm hit. Hold on. I think it got my vest. Hold on. Yeah, I'm good. Am I hit? Bam ass. Man, listen. What the figgity is going on, man? Oh, nervous Mr. Furley having. Hey, Young Jay, is that part. I was like, I don't know what possessed that Bama. But it goes to show you there are people on the force that should not be there. Patrolling our neighborhoods and our communities that should not be there. There are some very great law enforcement and individuals and cops and police or whatever the case may be. But then there are those that come into the force, one with a chip on their shoulder, maybe from being punked or bullied in school, two, those that come from areas where they have not encountered people of color, only heard certain things, and or three that are highly bigoted and racist and got past the lie detector tests and the things that the tests that they at least used to put you through. I don't know if they still do it anymore. And or four, don't have the aptitude to be wearing the badge and having a gun, such as that Bama there. They let anyone on the force, so it seems. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? And for anyone that's in law enforcement that may be listening, this is on y'all. This is on y'all. Y'all need to get with the FOP, and y'all need to get some changes made. Better training, sensitivity training, conflict resolution training, traumatic situations training, a whole lot of training. Y'all just need more training, damn it. I'm gonna leave that there. Y'all just need a whole lot more damn training. But just imagine again if that's your loved one. Imagine again if that's your loved one. What would you do? And you can hear his peoples in the background screaming, and the one female, get back, get back. I'd have been like, bitch. I'd have cussed her ass out like, nah, he in the back of the car handcuffed. He in the back of the police car handcuffed. How the hell is he shooting at you? Make that make sense. So Officer Furley or whoever he is, this definitely deserves the This Bama Here award for this episode. You hear me? Because that was some straight up and down bullshiggery and some Bama ass ish that just happened. The police need to be policed. That's a factamundo. You hear me? The police need to be policed. He's one of the scary ones who's afraid of his own shadow shooting wild. Man, look. And if any bullets went into any cars or into any houses, if I was those neighbors, I would be like, yeah, lawsuit. Y'all need to pay me. I'm traumatized. I'm suffering from PTSD. The bullet hit my door, came in my living room. I was chilling, eating Cocoa Puffs, watching something on Netflix. And all of a sudden, one of my picture frames by me just shattered from a bullet. I ain't know what was going on. Now I'm afraid to be in my house or on my block. I can't sleep at night. I'm waking up in cold sweats, hearing the sound of the pew coming through my damn house. What am I supposed to do? Like Jazz, what I miss? Officer Peeps gave my officer acorn dropped either on a car up against a building or something. He thought it was a shot fired, and he get the ducking and scrambling and shooting at the police car, which has somebody detained in the back or under arrest in the back of the police car in handcuffs, mind you. He get the dumping at the police car and then acting like he was hit, and then said, "Oh, I might be hit. Oh, am I hit?" And wasn't even hit. Wasn't nothing. And he ends up resigning from the force over the situation. I'm traumatized watching the video. Go on, get your money, K-Mo. Go on, get your money. Listen, lawsuit. Listen. I don't know what they gonna do with the monetization on this video, but I just had to share it. Definitely a clown. Definitely a clown. And as I was saying, Peepski, it just goes to show that some people should not be wearing that badge and gun. Some people should not be wearing that badge and the gun. But I guarantee that they probably laughed his ass out back at the precinct. They laughed him out like, you dumbass. You hit, ain't you? Let me see your wound. Let me see where you was shot at, Slam. Why y'all got to clown me? Y'all know I wasn't shot. Well, then your ass should have knew that when you was on the scene. What? Have at it, though, ladies and gentlemen. Have at it. I'm going to continue to move on with the move on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to continue to move on with the move on. Which one is this one? Da-da-da-da. Oh, yeah, I did that one. If y'all didn't know by now, the BET Awards was last night. The BET Awards last night. And I must say, I don't know if it's because of this new committee. Should have gave him a wooden gun. Should have gave him a flashlight and a whistle and put him in the mall some damn where. Then again, I wouldn't even have did that. Sheesh. Last night was the BET Awards. And from everything I've seen and heard, it was an extravagant situation. I don't know if it's the new committee that includes LL Cool J, Queen Latifah. I think they added Keke Palmer into the mix, amongst others. Even Bob Johnson, the old owner of BET, they definitely did a big one. Oh, and shout out to Sonny Raines. Sonny Raines was in the building and had good seats at that. Huh? Sonny Raines, if you watching this or this gets sent to you, I sent you there. Who is the dude besides you, Sonny Raines? Let me find out, Sonny Raines. You done came back to the other side, Sonny Raines. But no, she had good seats. Matter of fact, she was I think so, K-Mo. I think so. She was sitting like right next to Lauryn Hill, doing Lauryn Hill's segment where they honored Lauryn Hill. She was sitting right there. She was the one with the gold teethuses in her mouth from that good St. Louis. Shout out to Sonny Raines. But yeah, the entertainment was entertaining. The singing was singing. Oh man, they did a great thing with that show, huh? The BET Awards might just be back. You hear me? Might just be back. They did it bigger and better than ever, huh? I'm trying to be in the building next year, huh? What? Whether I'm interviewing somebody or just getting a good seat in the audience to be a part of the situation, I'm taking somebody with me, huh? Taking somebody. But anywho. Not only was that an explosive situation, that was dope for Lauryn Hill. That's a fact. Charlie Hustle said, yeah, it was good. Shout out to Sonny Rain. But along with the situation that's known as the BET Awards, outside of the situation, matter of fact, before I get to the outside, there was a little situation with T.I.'s entourage. Allegedly, they was getting into it with security that was in the building. I guess they didn't realize the security was gang affiliated. SOS Cribs. Whoa, SOS Cribs. And if you don't know what that is, that means Sons of Samoa. You know, my Samoan brothers be big brothers normally, right? So he was like, yeah, this ain't that. I'm not that. Yeah, I put that on the dead homies, on the dead pig knuckles. SOS Crib. Listen, I don't know if y'all seen the footage, but it's on Instagram. It's all over social media at the moment or whatever the case may be. You really don't see too much of T.I., but you see some of his peoples or whatever the case may be. I don't know if they weren't being allowed through a certain area or they were being denied, or maybe somebody didn't have, accurate credentials, or I don't know what took place, but the security dude was not having it. And some of his security counterparts had to walk him off. Come on, Slim, it ain't worth it, Slim. He might not have a job this morning, especially when he put his gang affiliations out there and there's so many cameras and people. They was having interviews in the background, off to the side. Matter of fact, the record industry veteran Ray Daniels was being interviewed on one stage platform. And if you go look on IG, you'll see that the people interviewing him and Ray Daniels, they got interrupted in the middle of the interview with what was going on off to the side with the T.I. situation, with T.I. entourage. I'll say that situation. I'm not gonna put that on. T.I. because sometimes your entourage be doing too damn much. I don't know the circumstances of the situations, but allegedly it was T.I.'s entourage getting in the mix. That's right, Creole. Salute to Tiana. Tiana Taylor was looking scrumptious. She was looking beautiful. And shout out to Janet Jackson, who spoke about Tiana. I thought that was dope. Tiana was genuinely shedding real tears, too. I like that. She was genuinely shedding real tears from the audience. I remember Tiana when she was a young girl planning for her Sweet 16 on MTV. Before she came out as a singer to the masses and all the things. She was litty back then in the city, and to look at her now and all she's been through and all she's accomplished, and she's a dope-ass artist, rapper and singer, that part. But yeah, shout out to Tiana Taylor. Shout out to all the people that won awards. Shout out to all them that won awards. You hear me? The BET Awards. If you didn't see it, make sure you check your local listers. I'm pretty sure they're going to run it back on replay. I'm sure they're going to run it back on replay. But the BET Awards itself was a big historical function and highlight, but you want to know what the other highlight of the night was outside of the BET Awards, outside of them. And I'm not talking about all the weekend events that they had planned and all the wonderful things, the performances and the interviews and the red carpets and all the situations, the photo ops, the networking opportunities, all that's well and good and off the chain. But there was a certain Bama who I almost gave this Bama here award to. Matter of fact, I might have to double back and give him this Bama here award too. I might have to double back and get this Bama here award too. Listen, matter of fact, I think I just might do that, baby. Let me see, where is that? Huh? Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give this Bama. Usually I only give one this Bama here award in the episode, but we're going to give it two. Jake, the disturbed individual Lang. That's right, Jake Lang, the one that was outside the Carmelo Anthony case, the one who was trying to be Chud the Dud's nut holder, the one who got locked up for threatening Carmelo Anthony outside the court building and got locked up. Thanks in part to Queen 88, who called out what he was doing and made sure he got hemmed. That part. Well, this Bama went to L.A. with his bullshiggery, and he effed around and found out. You think I'm lying? What? Y'all check this out, huh? They should have put more hands and feet on him. Pause.
This Bama here.
Bruh.
He's lucky. DC Mumbo Sauce give this idiot too much attention. Well, he needed that attention right there. He needed that attention. Listen, he lucky. He's fortunate. I ain't gonna call him blessed, but he's lucky and fortunate that, you know what I'm saying, some of the B team and some of the C team wasn't out there, because it might have been a worse situation than what he got. It might have been a worse situation than what he got. Any hood. He just needed one hood to be out there where he was at. And he might have got put in traction. He might have got put in the hospital. You feel me? He was sure enough looking for the police on one part. He said, man, what the police doing? Where the police at? Oh, nah, Slim. You want to open your mouth, pause. You want to come out here with these shenanigans and effery for the sake and clout and all the things that the tall Bama in white or light gray or whatever he had on connected his chin so lovely. And there was another little Bama in a suit that got pummeled a little bit, and another one of them Bamas that had a mask on got kicked up in his ass. Listen. Hey, peep scheme, what he got was what he deserved. You hear me? And then some. Mimi, I see you over on that good IG. I see you. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. Listen, he got exactly what he deserved. He got exactly what he deserved. You feel me? Let this be a warning, and let this be a bear witness to any clown, any sucker, any racist, bigoted individual, in any Looney Tunes, cuckoo for Cocoa Puff ass individual, excuse my English and my French, that wants to jump out there and push that racist line in places and spaces where they gonna get just what they deserve. Matter of fact, presenting all that racist bigotry anywhere. I wouldn't give a damn if it was Muttlick, Kentucky. Said I need to perform on BET. I do. Y'all start the petition. Tell them, listen, my homie KB Kenny Burns. He was interviewing people. He was there. They tell them they need to have Big Phil Speaks out there next year, huh? Listen, could y'all imagine me? Interviewing, I'm talking about Stokely from Mint Condition, or interviewing, I'm talking about Eric Benet, or interviewing Tank, or one of them, hell, interviewing Tiana Taylor, Janet Jackson, or Nia Long. Nia Long was looking scrumptious. I saw a damn picture. Bam Wilson was goody like the mob. Nia Long was looking, she was looking younger. She was looking 20 years younger and looking to the vacious. You hear me? Just imagine me. I'm talking about sitting across from her. Say, Nia, what you got planned for 2026 and beyond? Huh? Just imagine me. Listen, that's a part of my purpose. It's a part of my passion. You hear me? Thus, part of the title of the episode. The vision made plain. You feel me? Purpose. Some will get it and others won't, huh? Phil, you can perform Who Is He Giving Thee Realest Heat on these internet streets. That part. Listen, for those tapping and tuning, also, I entered my finger, pause. I entered my feet, pause. I entered myself into the Bars Open Challenge. Is a track by Big Daddy Kane. And along with him, he got Conway from that good Griselda Mob on it. He got Jada Kiss, the lyrical assassin, on it, and he got damn, I got a brain freeze. Homie from MOP. Billy Danza. Billy Danza from MOP on it. So I did my little challenge or whatever the case may be. It's garnering a little steam or whatever. So if you could, when you over on the IG streets, go show that some love. Repost that joint, tag Big Daddy Kane to the lituation. I've heard some responses to it, but I ain't heard none of them that was out barring me. I ain't hear none of them that was out doing what I did. And I'm just a small fish left with a raw dish of reality. Listen. Phil, your twin brother Jason Lee was there. Oh yeah, young Dre's. Look, shout out Jason Lee though. Jason Lee gets down to it. You hear me? Pause. No Diddy. He gets down to the business. He was interviewing, what's her name? Laurie. Remember Laurie, the dance instructor that was on Making the Band and all that? Something wasn't right in her face. I don't know if it's AIDS. I don't know. Something was going on there, Laurie. What's going on? I don't know what it was. You said you saw it. Thank you. Appreciate that. I do a little something. I don't even consider myself a rapper. I'm just somebody that talks that talk. You hear me? That's all I do. All I do every now and again, I got to pop out and show niggas. Like Kendrick Lamar said, you know what I'm talking about? Sometimes you got to pop out and show knuckles. That the old fella, old Yeller, still got it, baby. You hear me? That the old fella, old Yeller, still got it. But yeah, the BET Awards was all that and a bag of chips. Imagine if I could have interviewed Miss Jackson, Janet. I'd be like, oh, do I call you Janet or do I call you Miss Jackson? Because I'm nasty, baby. Huh? Which one? Which one? Listen. Oh hell! I might have had to pull a little mama. I might have had to pull a little mama when they was doing the Lauryn Hill segment. It came up there. Nothing even matters. I might have had to come up there and bust loose up on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Raines would have stood up like, Big Phil, I see you. I'd be like, you see me, Sonny Raines? Yeah, you see me. I'm out here. But yeah, who knows what's in the future? Who knows what's in the future? I do know that I'm proceeding along with my purpose. Which brings me to the next portion of what I want to talk about that I kind of alluded to at the beginning of the show. My purpose. The things that I have spoken about. There's plenty that I have not spoken about doing, facilitating, taking on for myself personally, for myself professionally, for myself as a brand, and for this channel, and for my GMG family, followers, and supporters, or whatever the case may be. That's why I titled this episode, The Vision Made Plain. Some will get it, others won't. One thing I noticed, as I alluded to earlier, some people want to box you in and keep you where they see you. Or they only want to see you doing what they want to see you doing, or act the way they want to see you acting, or speak how they want you to speak, do the things that entertain them personally. But I ain't never been one to be boxed in. Never been one to be boxed in. And they want to see you do what either turns them on, makes them happy, makes them laugh, or make them look at you and resent. Because it ain't always they want to box you in because it's, they happy for you or they want to keep you in a certain place out of positivity. Sometimes it be negative. And sometimes they feel like, who are you to feel like that you can want to do something different or do something more? Some of it comes in the way of sideway comments. Some of it comes in the way of jokes and jests. Some of it comes in the way of unsolicited suggestions. Some of it comes in the way of straight up and down disgust. Some of it comes in the way of jealous and envious comments. And some of it comes in the way in honest, wholehearted support. So it ain't all bad. Des and D, super, what's up? It ain't always coming from a bad place. It ain't always coming from a negative place. But then there are some. That's a fact, Des. That's a fact. Everyone cheers you on until you're doing better than them. Huh? And I'm just little old me. But the point of the matter is this, right? No matter who you are, if you want to see me doing better, one, pray for me, right? Two, if you want to see me do better, support a brother. Three, if you've been around me and you see talent in me, on me, or whatever the case may be, even if you don't quite get why I'm moving the way I'm moving or what it is I want to do, stand in solidarity that I'm making the right choice for me or for my brand. Stand in solidarity for that. But most importantly, allow me to be me. Now, if I got delusions of grandeur, I'm just walking around with my head in the cloud and thinking I'm all this and all that. I can take the humbling, pause. I can take the critiques. I can take the complaints and all the things. But it's funny when certain people try to tell you what you should do and they ain't even done it or doing it for themselves. They ain't even done it or ain't doing it for themselves. And this is let me be clear. Let me be clear. This is not a shot to any individual. This is not a shot at nobody. However, I feel as though if you find any kind of talent on me or in me, or you see that I got a little something, whether it be for my speaking, whether it be for my singing, whether it be for my rapping, whether it be for content creation, whether it's for me cutting up, acting a fool, whether it's for me joning, or anything in any form, fashion, or any capacity. Again, first, pray for me that I make the right decisions. Second of all, stand in solidarity with a brother. And if you ain't got nothing nice to say, shut the figgity up. Words got power. Words got power. But it's funny because people will say, well, I don't think that's gonna be successful. I don't think this, that, and the third. But they don't want to hear don't really want to hear what your full vision is. Because they want to see it how they want to see it and want you to do what they want you to do. But again, ain't done it in their own world of life. So make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm just saying, listen, one thing for sure, two things for certain. Phil, you and Big Daddy Kane should battle. Y'all have the same, y'all rap the same. Nah, no, we don't. Shout out to Big Daddy Kane, though. That's a legend. That's a legend. I wouldn't even do that, Dad. That's a legend. You feel me? But anywho, my thing is this, right? And I'm not addressing it no more until it's time for it to take flight, which is real soon. The city pull-up that I'm putting together is not a food tour. I quote, and I repeat again, is not a food tour. Cause I'm a chubby wubby teddy bear. People seem to think that food be all on is the only thing on my mind. Y'all got me in the game effed up. But no, food is not the centerpiece of what the city pull up is about. It's a byproduct. It's a side note. It's an add-on. Meaning, if in any city they have a very popular niche food item, drink, or something edible, pause, besides, illicit, foods and drinks, I'm going to try it. Like I said, I'm not Anthony Bourdain. I'm not the Zimmerman dude. I'm not going to be eating no monkey necks and exotic flat river turtle nuts. I'm not doing none of that. Pause. No Diddy. I'm not doing none of that bullshittery. You hear me? But it's like certain foods that people might not know. And I used the example at one point. I don't know if it's still popular. Atlanta had the crack wings, where it was fried wings and it had like a white powdery substance over it, which I believe might have been ranch seasoning. I don't know. But for a minute, it was very Phil Bourdain is why. For a while, it was heavily popular to that region because I ain't never heard of crack wings nowhere else, right? So I would try them, and that's it. Again, I'm not on my P.O.V. Yes, I have pulled up to the crack wing spot, and Big Phil Speaks, will give my review. I'm not P.O.V. Shout out to him. Trixon, what's goody like the mob? Long time no see, my brother. I'm over on the good YouTube. What's good? I know you talk about Phil. She tried to play with your ex. It wasn't even just her. Even my brother Push. Sometimes I even in jest, I hear the angst. I hear it. Shout out to him. But this is no personal attack or shout on anybody. It's not. It's not. It's just an overall statement. But yes, if they got some kind of special beignet in New Orleans, I'm gonna try it just to say I tried it and give you my take on it. But I'm not gonna sit there at no smorgasbord. I'm not gonna sit at no buffet. I'm not gonna sit at no restaurant or no fast food spot and order up a bunch of food and give you my review on all of it. That's not my shtick or whatever. Will I do that one day? Who knows? Who knows? Because I will be starting to do certain reviews, but I just don't see that as being a part of the city pull up. What I will be doing is pulling up in areas and places, getting out of the vehicle that I've traveled there in, talking to the people, asking questions, both local questions to maybe some historical values that are pertinent to our communities that people may or may not know about outside of the area or region, or maybe just heard a little bit about, but maybe need to be expounded upon for the sake of us and the culture. But also to ask people other wild questions and do content. And if there are supporters in the area, chop it up with them a little bit. That's the premise behind the city to city pull up. It is not no damn food, It damn sure ain't gonna be no damn roving across the country for no damn exercise tour or workout tour or whatever. If I was gonna do that, I'd do that where I'm at. That would make more sense. And still showcase the journey that way. That would make better sense. And then more importantly, you got others that are afraid of their own shadow when it comes to standing on their own 2 feet to do content. You got others that are afraid to stand on their own 2 feet and do something. To do something. So to me, it'd be the audacity of it all. You might think I'm a win. You might think I'm a lose. You might think he lost his mind, or you might think it's a brilliant thought. Whatever your thought is, start thinking about yourself and what you're doing. Start thinking about the content you could be creating. Start thinking about being more of a man or woman in your situation when it comes to building your brand and your circumstances. This goes for anybody. This is, like I said, this is not a shot. This is not a shot. This goes for any and everybody. Any and everybody. And let's be clear, I welcome critique. I welcome complaints just as much as compliments feel good. If somebody got sound advice and it makes sense, I'm going to listen and I'm going to take heed to it, whether I apply it initially or I apply it later on. Or if I seem unresponsive at first, I'm a thinker. So I'll go back and take and think about what was said. And if it makes sense, I will speak to it and acknowledge it, or whatever the case may be. Or if I need to take accountability for something, do just that there. However, and I say this respectfully, you can't have all the answers and have none for your own situation. You can have all the answers in the world and not have none for your own situation. And again, if you feel as though I have an inkling of talent, because to some, I guess I'm not talented. But if I have an inkling of talent, stand in solidarity or stand in silence. Even if you're praying for my downfall, even if you think I'm going to fall on my face, shut the figgity up and stand to the side with your miserable ass and wait for it. I could tell you this, you're going to be waiting. I could tell you this, you're going to be waiting. That's a fact, peep scheme. That's a fact. You said, Phil, that means you're doing something if them question it. That's a fact. Even going back to late last year and all that bullshittery, all of that stemmed out of hate from a date. And on top of it was a date, and the fact that I started putting together this They calling it a tour. It ain't no damn tour. Me moving around like ties to put on this content, which is coming very soon, by the way. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people showed their true nature in how they discussed certain things involving me and what it is I'm trying to do. When they could do something of their very own, similar, different, or in contrary to. I'm not bigger than nobody, but I damn sure ain't smaller than nobody. And one thing I like about Queen's Flip is the fact that he gives people opportunities. Shout out to the FDN. He gives people the opportunities to be great, to grow, to shine, whether people believe it or not. It's up to the individual to make the most of the opportunities given and to take the initiative, again, keyword initiative, to grow themselves in their own brand. Shout out to Queen and G Blacks. Shout out to Queen and G Blizzle to grow their own brands. And in doing so, you become more of a commodity, along with a household name, along with the demand that comes with or behind that. That's what a lot of these Bammers and Bammerettes don't understand. Some see it as dissension. Some see it as, oh, think he's bigger than the platform or bigger than that, or he's this or he's that, or he's trying to cause dissension, division, or that he think he's better than. No, my nigga, I just know me and I know my purpose and I know the talents that lie within me, of which I've only showcased a portion of it. I haven't shown y'all my ace in the hole. I haven't showed you my trump cards yet. As far as my talents, I just been spoon feeding y'all. I just been spoon feeding. I don't even run down my whole resume of the things that I've done, because to be at this point, it don't much matter, because it ain't about so much what you've done, it's what you're doing now. Yes, at times I will mention I did this, or I was a part of this, or I was around this person, or I'm cool with this person, or whatever the case may be. But I do it in the context of not gloating or pumping myself up, but to let you know that I've been there, done that, and there's some validity to either the substance or subjects that I'm either talking about or have talked about. And then it also helps when certain people that know me, like Nelly Nail, Uptown J, when she's in here, she knows me very well, known me since junior high school. When other people peep into the lives, whether it be IG, whether it be the spaces, whether it be over here on YouTube, and speak to knowing me at a time or knowing of me or concurring or in agreements of some of the things that I've said as it pertains to what they do know. It shows that I'm not just anybody. I'm not just anybody, meaning that I don't just be up here running my mouth for the sake of running my mouth, that I've really lived a certain life and been a part of certain things, good, bad, and indifferent. And in doing so, everything that I plan to do, have done, will do, is not in dissension of Flip or FDN, none of that. Actually, one day it will be an enhancement for first and foremost myself and GMG, but also Queen's Flip and the FDN. And if everybody would see it as such and operate accordingly, it would help to propel themselves as well as the FDN community. But until they realize that, till they wake the figgity up, get some cojones about themselves, get some walls and actually do something, stop being afraid of their own shadow, get outside or get online. They ain't got to get outside. They can get online and run a show of their own or do something for themselves. I don't want to hear no fuckery. You hear me? The great American fan, nah. I don't want to hear nothing. Because at the end of the day, I don't fear no man or no situation like that. And I ain't got no problem with doing me and investing in me and believing in me. And I appreciate those that have believed in me. Phil tuck and roll with triple backflip was wild. That's a fact of Mundo. Fact, please believe that was planned. Please believe that was planned. Yeah, I'm not no damn sprinter. I'm not in no marathon, no Olympic, and all them things, or no track team, or whatever the case may be. But please believe I could run a little bit better than that. Please believe that was all content, man. It was all content. Please believe it. Again, just like I was going to showcase another side of me in that New York house. When old girl and Blair kind of ruined it, or whatever the case may be, and I just ain't feel like doing it no more. But yeah, I had. Thus, one of the reasons why I had my grills in the first place with me, because it was all part of a character that I was gonna bring out and showcase. But whatever the case may be, a lot of people don't realize that I got an acting background. A lot of people don't realize that I've done plays and improvisational theater and skits and all those things. A lot of people don't know that. I don't speak on it all the time. I leave hints and little nuggets here and there, but people swear up and down they know me. They swear up and down they know me. And I think they feel and figure because I be chilling and I be cooler than a fan for the most part. One, that I ain't got no turn up in me. Two, that I ain't about this life or that life or, you know what I'm saying, the things, good, bad, or indifferent. Some swear because, I'm always smiling that I love, I love on my sleeve, wear my heart on my sleeve or whatever the case may be. That, that says that I'm weak or timid or something of that nature, which is far from the truth. But more importantly, okay, Renaissance man, come through with the arts. Yeah, I been there, done all that. But the thing of it is, and I've been on debate teams and all that. Listen, there's a time and place for everything. There's a time and place for everything. I thought that was you on Flip Wilson's show. Damn it. I ain't that damn old, Young Dre. He come to judge. Nah, I ain't that damn old. Point of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, don't be afraid to live out your purpose. Don't be afraid to go for your passions. And hopefully your passions line up with your purpose and are of a positive nature. Don't be afraid to push forward into whatever it is you feel like you have a calling on your life for and to do. Personally, professionally, empathetically, philosophically, spiritually, whatever the case may be, romantically. Don't be afraid to push forward into whatever it is you feel like your calling is. Just know, though, along the way, there's going to be doubters. There's going to be people, even some people that really support you may not see your vision. They may not understand why. But if they F with you enough, if they rock with you enough, they're going to say, okay, Phil, I don't know, but guess what? I'm going to stand in solidarity with you. I'm going to stand in support with you. I'm going to see this out, but I'm telling you. See, I can take that. That's cool. I could take that. Because, just because I have the vision. Uptown Jay, I was just mentioning you a minute ago. What's good, Nelly Nell? I could take somebody not fully seeing my vision or not seeing my vision because it was given to me, not to somebody else. And if I decide to talk about that vision, hey, Miss Tiffany Barker, I see you over there on the IG streets. I'm over here on YouTube. I can understand if you don't see or understand my vision because the vision is given to me. So some people just might not get it. But what I do say is this. If you know anything about Big Phil and anything that has caused you to have some liking, some love, or admiration, or support for me, know that I'm doing and or saying what I'm saying or doing or attempt to do or planning to do with a purpose behind it. And it's of a good nature. Of a good nature. So just stand in solidarity with that. Is Smokey still operation? That's a good question. I think they closed down, actually, Mumbo Sauce. The potato wedges was fire. That's a fact. Shout out to potato. Nelly Nail, I was just saying that, people who know me, who really know me can agree or concur or lead credence to some of the things that I've said that have known me for years, good, bad, or indifferent. And I said you being one of them that have known me since junior high school. That's what I was saying. Miss you too, Tiffany Barker. I appreciate that. But yeah, and then furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, please don't let nobody's opinion of you, thoughts about you, keep you from pursuing your purpose. Don't let what people think about you or say about you stop you from pursuing your purpose. Because you're doing yourself, your destiny, your legacy a disservice in doing so. Your family name and all of the things, you're doing yourself a disservice by letting somebody box you in and keep you in a box. Don't let nobody box you in and tell you what you can or can't do, who you can or can't be, who or who you can't date or court, who you can or can't marry, how much money you can or can't make, in what area you can and can't live, in what office you can or cannot hold, what title you cannot or cannot be given, what accolades you can or cannot be given. Don't let none of that stand in your way. You keep doing you. If it's meant for you to have it, if it's meant for it to be a part of your destiny, your purpose, guess what? It's going to happen. And if not, then it won't happen. But just be mindful. Just be mindful that in the moments, don't let nobody's doubt, don't let nobody's fear, don't let nobody's anger, don't let nobody's jealousy, don't let nobody's envy, don't let nobody's nothing get in the way of you and what God's got for you. Just because they can't see it for themselves, won't see it for themselves, won't attempt it for themselves, or wherever in life they want to see you stuck at or pushed to. Don't let none of that dictate what it is you do in life. You understand me? The Bible also tells us to write the vision and make it plain. That's a fact of mundo. That's the title, Young Drez, the fact of mundo. Now you feeling me. Pause, no diddy. Miss Tiffany Barker over on IG said, even if it's family, nobody means nobody. That part, I wish I could pin that up over here, Miss Tiffany Barker. I wish I could. Riri on fire. I see you, Miss Angie Shawn. What's good? I am the Trinity. What's good? Y'all come on over to the good YouTube streets. Yeah. Nobody. No. Nobody. Listen. and guess what? Everybody that does it isn't in malice. Okay, K-Mo, have a blessed one. Everybody that does it or speaks out or speaks up or gives their critiques, compliments, complaints, and all these, or whatever the case may be, aren't necessarily doing it from a malicious place. Aren't always doing it from a malicious place. Let me say that, state that, preface that. Everybody that does and says that is not doing it from a malicious place. And some people don't even realize they're being utilized in the moment by a spirit of whatever, jealousy, envy, miserableness, whatever the case may be. Some people innocently are saying and doing some things. And some people may want the best for you, but just in their vision of what's the best for you. Some people do truly want to see the best in you, but is through their vision of what's the best for you. And their vision just might not line up with your vision. We only get one life. I don't pay mind to most people. That part right there, that part. Because they don't have discernment. That part, Tiffany Barger, you must have read my mind, because that's it right there. People need to use their discernment and have enough discernment or that gut feeling to know that, okay, again, if I don't quite know I feel moving like this, or why he's planning this, or why he's putting on this or doing that. But I'm gonna stand with the brother, because the brother's, he's a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He got some talent, and that talent gonna take him places, whatever the case may be, whatever your thought is. Conviction would stop them from moving contrary to what the word says. That part. So no, I'm not, listen, let me say this. In doing this thumbnail and bringing up this topic, I am in no way mad at nobody. I'm in no way beefing with nobody. I am in no way having an issue with nobody. I'm just making a statement. In all honesty, I'm just making a statement. And it's not personal to one individual or another. However, it's inclusive of all individuals and others, if that makes sense. Meaning, for anybody listening, anybody that comes across this, anybody that gets told about this, anything. Phil is always going to be Phil. Phil is going to do Phil. And the doors that open for Phil are meant to open for Phil. It's up to Phil to decide and make a discernment as to which doors I should knock on and or walk into. That's up to me. That's on me and my discernment. Because even me, I can make the wrong choices, not listening to my discernment or my gut feeling. Being led by, anxiousness and or thirst for attention, or wanting to be heard, seen, or thinking that this opportunity or that opportunity is going to help me, or whatever the case may be, when it might just not have been meant for me in the first giddy up. You feel me? So do understand this. Don't let nothing or no one deter you from what it is you set out to do. And if it aligns with your purpose, God is going to clear the path for the provisions and clear the path to see it through. And again, I'm not on no delusions of grandeur, thinking that I'm on the world tour, me by hopping my man, and I'm filling up arenas and all this dumb shit. It ain't even, listen, I'm way more grounded than that. But I will say this, for all those that are asleep, you better wake the hell up or go on into your coma. Because if you sleeping on me, you sleeping on, sleeping on me is the wrong thing to do. Counting me out of anything, good, bad, or indifferent, is the wrong thing to do. Even if it take me an extra moment or time to do whatever it is I set out to do, unless God changes my heart and or puts it on my heart to change my direction to do something, 9 times out of 10, Phil gonna get it done. You hear me? Big Phil gonna get it done. Even if there's some adversity, or I got to pivot, or I got to improvise, or again, it might take a little longer because of some setbacks, Big Phil gonna get it done, baby. That's one thing for sure about 7 of them things for certain. You feel me? But anywho, I know I've been wrapping y'all up. Shout out to those that would be watching me on X. There was some technical difficulties with it linking up to X today, but it'll be back Wednesday. It'll be back Wednesday, or whatever the case may be. Shout out to those that have stood in solidarity with a brother, whether they scratched their temples or was like, huh? Phil, I don't know, Phil. Whatever the case may be, shout out to those that support Big Phil Speaks, the brand, the movement, and the GMG movement. You feel me? And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's a new day, a new day, a new day, yay, yay, yay. Shout out to new beginnings and new possibilities, ladies and gentlemen. Young Dreads, you bugged out. I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. One big happy family. That part right there. Listen, smile, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know what it might do for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. You see the keyword purpose through it all. Last but not least, I'm not anti-you. I'm pro-me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon to the next time we could chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. You run and tell all of them. Holla. Noggle. Yeah, baby.
We're one big happy family. We're GMG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speaks.
Don't never think I don't know what to do and what not to do, Dez. Trust me on that one. But I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems. On that note, y'all have a wonderful week, work week that is. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful Monday. Live it out to the best of your abilities, ladies and gentlemen. Make it the best day ever. And then on top of that, while you at it, plan, plot, and strategize so that if you're so blessed to see tomorrow, you make it an even better day than today. That part. Big Phil Speaks. GMG, I'm out. I'll holla.